This is what they don't tell you about being a travel filmmaker. So you want to go, but where? The mountains of Norway, the shores of Iceland, the islands of the Philippines. You want to lose yourself in the neon lights of Tokyo, explore the storybook villages out in Switzerland, summit the highest peaks in British Columbia.
We did it.
Dancing beneath Costa Rica's waterfalls, venturing through Yosemite's valleys. You want to travel the world. But you see, I have. I've traveled to Norway and captured the faintest and grainiest videos of the northern lights. I've journeyed to Iceland during the midnight sun, only to be drenched in rain the entire time. I've swam with the whale sharks in the Philippines, missing every single shot.
Loudest thunder and lightning to start hitting, and we're not in the best spot.
Got stuck in thunderstorms, lost days to snowstorms, missed flight after flight, train after train, shot after shot, again and again. You see, this is what they don't tell you about being a travel filmmaker. Not to forget to live in the moment rather than chasing the perfect one. Not to forget that the camera was meant to be a tool for you, not to come between you. Not to forget that it's about being content, not just making content. Because over time, I learned. It was never about what we went out to see, it was about what we ended up finding. It's about the journey of trying to tell one story only to discover a deeper one. And how these setbacks actually set us forward. Maybe not being the story you set out to make, but the one you were meant to tell all along. And maybe that's why I film, to remember. To remember that photos are to film what mistakes are to memories, just pieces of a bigger picture. To remember places because of people, and to remember to create stories into films. So that I never forget why I wanted to be a travel filmmaker in the first place. I hope you all enjoyed my latest film, Making Content versus Being Content, again, sponsored by Artlist. You know, this was such a special one because it's essentially something that I've really struggled with, going on so many trips and not everything going according to plan. And, you know, you go to a trip to go see something like the Northern Lights or like the midnight sun. And especially for us as filmmakers, we want to get the shots out there, but I think that there's a balance between getting the shots versus enjoying the experience, and sometimes it's hard for us to see that. So one of the things I really wanted to explore within this film was finding that balance and just realigning ourselves to really focus on what is important, which is living in the moment and being proud of ourselves for going out there and creating something which wouldn't have been created otherwise. Again, the special thing about this video is it wouldn't have been possible without Artlist and their new AI image and video generator. Artlist is always trying to find ways to empower creators and give us different tools to tell our stories, and this is their next feature that is just mind-blowing. The way I used it within this film was creating these AI animations while also finding a way to use that footage to relate to the footage that I currently have. I know from experience when I missed a couple shots where my Northern Light shots came out too grainy, or I missed the whale sharks out in the Philippines because I didn't know my 360 camera needed a specific underwater housing, or the footage would come out all distorted. Even I make mistakes, and I've been doing this for 10 plus years. But using AI, we're able to have a backup and a safety guard to create stuff that mimics our footage, to create ways to keep telling our stories And what that does is that helps us at the end of the day. What you're able to do is go to artlist.io, go to the generative AI tab, then choose the preferred style that you like, type out an idea, turn that into an image, and then animate that into a video. And I know AI can feel scary at times, but I think there's a way to use it within our work where it doesn't feel like it's replacing us, but we can use it in a way that enhances our ability to tell stories. So I think when you do it that way, you're able to create footage that seamlessly fits within something that you're creating, feels a little bit more natural, and the main focus is still the main focus, which is the story. That will never change. And again, if you like films like this and messages like this, the best way to support me is to support my sponsors. So if you haven't, go to artlist.io. I'll link it in the description below, and you can get 2 extra months free, and go get an Artlist account today with the subscription that best suits you. So you're able to use these features and be able to tell the stories you otherwise wouldn't have told. This was such a fun one to make. Thank you all for watching, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.